Creating an enticing and accurate description for your short-term rental, Airbnb, or Booking.com listing is a very big part in attracting potential guests. The right description highlights your property, unique features, also will set clear expectations that will prompt someone to book. So today I'm going to share some key tips to help you craft compelling descriptions for your Airbnb or Booking.com listing. First off, I'm not an expert in hosting. I've just been hosting in the last 11 months, and these are the tips I'll share based on my experience. I have hosted over 200 people across Booking.com, Airbnb, and direct bookings. So the first thing is you need to start with a strong headline. The headline is the first thing that a guest will see, and make sure that it grabs their attention and gives you a clear idea of what your property offers. Look out for the unique selling points of your property, things like charming cottage near a national park. You can use those landmarks or historical places or places that are famous that describes your property. For example, again, you can say charming downtown apartment with rooftop access. Now, we know all apartments don't have rooftop access, but the word rooftop access can be like your unique selling point. You can also say luxurious beachfront villa with a private pool. You know, most places have pools, but a pool could be your best selling point. And then the word luxurious gives it a feel of like, okay, this place is really going to suit my taste. So make sure that your headline is strong and attracts and grabs the guest's attention. And then the next thing is you need to highlight the key features. That is your description. We should clearly outline the main features of or the amenities of the property. Think about what makes your property stand out from what guests might be looking for. Include details about things like location, how far is it from a specific spot or attractions or transport links. Include amenities, things like Wi-Fi, kitchen, parking, air conditioning. Those are some of the things that will grab a guest's attention. And sometimes a guest will be looking for a particular place that has maybe kitchen facilities and a free parking space. So make sure that you highlight those features. And then if there is any unique feature about where your place is or near your location, be sure that you put it in your description. So I'm going to give you an example. You can say, located just 10-minute walk from the city center, our spacious apartment offers free Wi-Fi, a fully equipped kitchen, and a private balcony with stunning city views. This is really captivating for someone to read. So one of the other things is be honest and accurate. You have to be realistic, because if you put things that are not there, at the end of the day, guests will find out that some of the things are not there or some of the things didn't add up, and then they'll give you a really bad negative review. So if your property is cozy but small, mention it and just be efficient. Just say it's efficient in terms of use of space rather than misleading people, calling it maybe spacious, and yet it's really small. So be honest and try not to lie in your description. Now use a descriptive language. Paint a picture with your word instead of simply listing amenities like Wi-Fi, etc. So you can just say things like, relax in our spacious living room, complete with comfortable sofa, TV, perfect for unwinding after a day of sightseeing. You can say things like, enjoy your morning coffee on the private terrace overlooking the lush green whatsoever. So make sure that you're so descriptive so that someone feels what they're going to experience, which brings us to the experience itself. Guests are looking a lot more just for a place to sleep. They want a memorable experience. Describe how staying at your property will make their trip special. I'll give you an example. Wake up to the sound of waves crashing on the shores of Lake Victoria whatsoever, and enjoy your breakfast on the patio with panoramic ocean views. Enjoy the local culture with our property's close proximity to the markets or cafes or historical landmarks. Mention them. Now, another thing is include the nearby attractions. For example, here in Kampala, you can see there is the Uganda Museum, maybe Acacia Mall. Someone wants to be near Acacia Mall. Someone wants to be near Village Mall. Someone wants to be near a specific place, or even for those who come for work, they maybe want to be near their workspace. So they want to know things like tourist attractions, if available. Make sure that you include them. Restaurants and cafes, parks and areas, shopping areas, malls, whatsoever. make sure that you include them within your listing. I'll give you an example. You can say, just steps away from a famous Central Park, guests can enjoy morning jogs. Where there is the word guest here, you can change it as you. Just steps away from the famous Central Park, you can enjoy morning jogs, picnics, and boat rides. The renowned Museum of Modern Art is not only a short walk away, making it easy to explore exhibitions. This will totally depend on what and where your property is located. So break up the text for readability. Large blocks of text are very hard to read. Make sure that you put your descriptions in short paragraphs and also headlines so that it is easy for someone to read and pick out the key points quickly. So you can use bullet points, short paragraphs, and headings. And then number 8 is include clear and inviting calls to action. At the end of your description, encourage potential guests to book by including things like, book now to enjoy a nice getaway in our countryside retreat, or reserve your stay today and experience the best of living, such things. Then optimize your listing for SEO. If you don't know what SEO is, it's basically search engine optimization, and it is one of the ways I have personally gained a lot of bookings, especially through Google My Business. So keywords like where your apartment is located, because just think about like you're going to a new city. For example, you're going to Italy and you want to look for a place in Italy. You could possibly go to Google and search for cheap apartments in Italy. That is your keyword. That is the keyword. So wherever your apartment is, make sure that it is searchable. Someone can search and find you through either the Airbnb or booking.com or even Google itself. Think about what terms potential guests might use when searching for a property like yours. Could it be the location? Could it be the proximity? Add that so that it is optimized in that when someone is searching for that specific thing, you're the one to pop up. And then be sure that you keep your listing updated. This will help the description that you've written to stay accurate and relevant. So every time you change something or every time you add a new amenity, make sure that you update it. And then when you update it, it will pick up. So at this juncture, I'm going to share with you an example of what we have been discussing, how you can create a very beautiful, nice listing description for your Airbnb, whatsoever. So I'm going to go with this example. The headline can be charming downtown apartment with rooftop access. And then the description, we can go with like experience the best urban living. Notice how I've written this. It's just a short paragraph and then there's a short paragraph. So experience the best of urban living in our charming downtown apartment, just 10-minute walk from the city center. Our spacious apartment features free Wi-Fi, fully equipped kitchen, and a private balcony with stunning city views. You can go ahead and tell the guest, relax in this living room with comfortable sofa and flat screen TV, perfect for unwinding after a day of exploring, and enjoy your morning coffee on the private terrace overlooking the lush green below. So all that, this is just like an example of how a description will look like. And then the call to action will be book now to enjoy a serene getaway in our downtown retreat and immerse yourself in the local culture with our property's proximity to cafes, whatsoever. State all that. All right, so when you follow these tips, you're going to create compelling descriptions that attract guests and increase bookings on booking.com, Airbnb, and any other short-term rental listing site. So remember to be honest, detailed, and as engaging as possible. If I missed anything, make sure you write it in the comments below and let me know what are some of the tips you have to share with me. Thank you for watching, and also if you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments.